channeling it, right? So after a full day, ask yourself, what were my emotional experiences and what did I do as a result? What was I feeling? What provoked or evoked that emotion? Also, just going back into your personal story to say, what negative emotions from the past do I still hold on to that I need to process so that I can release? Because a lot of the time, emotions build up in intensity. So we've got past emotional or residual emotions that we've not processed from past events. And when something else happens in the present moment, we then almost, act out of character because we've got these emotions that are building up. So it's important to practice or have tools to release emotion.
Let's take some calls now. Dima in Diepskloof. Good morning. Diepkloof.
Good morning, Clement and Mioga.
Sure.
My question is, if a manager has a high IQ and a low emotional intelligence, can the emotional intelligence be improved through workshops or therapy for the productivity of the workplace? Thank you.
Ah, great. Thank you, Dima, for your question. Dr. Majura?
Yes, certainly. So, we're not told around our EQ. So it's a skill that is learnable. So the managers can improve their EQ through coaching, through counseling, through therapy. Obviously, it depends on what the issue is. Therapy is for people who are recovering from trauma or some negative emotional experiences that they've not been able to process, right? So coaching can improve if there are no traumatic experiences and there's no need for, counseling. But it's often challenging for people with high IQ to be told that they need to improve their EQ because it almost feels like to them that we are saying they're incompetent. But it doesn't mean that. We need to understand that there are several intelligences. And emotional intelligence is one. And your intellectual intelligence is another. Social intelligence, spiritual intelligence, there are different kinds of intelligences that we also need to be actually developing ourselves so that we can get to that level where we are overly mature as individuals.
Yeah. And someone else is asking, Clement, please can you ask Dr. Majura, can you, if you have extremely high levels of IQ, can that compensate for your low levels of EQ?
Never, ever, ever. In fact, as we do work in organizations, one of our biggest challenges is the people with high IQ and low EQ. They are causing a lot of havoc in organizations because they're insensitive to the emotions of people. People are driven by emotions. So if you're unable to be sensitive to people's emotions or even know how to provoke the right emotions, no matter how high your IQ is, you are going to lose. That's why you have people who are smart, but sometimes appear very foolish.
Yeah. Another message from Sally, a question says, how do you differentiate between the lack of emotional maturity and someone who is still young and lacks experience? Does age make a difference in emotional maturity?
Certainly. So they say that you develop emotional maturity with age. However, considering that it's a learnable skill, we don't have to wait until we are 60 to be emotionally intelligent. We can develop those skills early on. In fact, if we had emotional literacy in school, it would definitely help us a lot. So yes, if you've got a young person who has never been exposed to the language of emotions and emotional intelligence, definitely they would have low emotional intelligence. But it doesn't mean that it can't be developed even at that age. They don't have to wait until they're 60. Because at that time, your life is almost over. You want to be able to enjoy the fullness of life as young as possible, and emotional intelligence helps with that as well.
And do you think that that's embedded in our education system, Dr. Majura, the need to teach young ones from that early age about emotional intelligence, how to reason with emotions?
We currently have life skills, and I've often said when I interact with kids that this life skills need more life in it. And what I mean by that is we need more emotional intelligence content. That's why we struggle with bullying, we struggle now, our young ones are experiencing depression at an early age. We need to educate our young ones, especially even as parents as well. Because remember how we're schooled around emotions, most of us were punished for emotions. You experience an emotion, you're put in a naughty corner. That doesn't tell you how you should be able to manage your own emotions. So we need more emotional literacy, especially now that we live in these challenging times that are constantly changing, times of social media, we've seen kids, commit suicide because of cyberbullying, all these things, and so we need a lot of education to improve emotional mastery
Right, Dr. Mavis Majura, adult development and leadership psychologist. Thank you so much for making time for us. Let me just wrap up with these two tweets that I got from Katlego, who says, Clement Butsilo, in fact, who says, Clement, people have left jobs because of managers without emotional intelligence. Many companies appoint managers without them in the name of high performance. Subordinate on antidepressants because the space is not safe enough to even voice that the manager is lacking. Yeah, Butselo, that's true. And Sapo on Twitter says, Clement, I love this topic on emotional intelligence. It's a very crucial skill. Being able to be aware, self-manage, and self-regulate, and social awareness is so important. This needs to be brought to learners at school also. Absolutely agree. It's exactly 11:30.
Good morning, Clement. Thank you. It's the breaking story this morning. The High Court in Joburg has ruled in favor of Mpopaladze, who had challenged her dismissal as Joburg mayor. The court has declared Council Speaker Colin Makubele's decision to place a motion of no confidence against Paladze as unlawful, unconstitutional, and invalid. Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane says it's cruel for her to remain suspended. She's back in the Western Cape High Court applying for leave to appeal to the Supreme Court. And US tech giant Meta has confirmed that a global outage is affecting its messaging service WhatsApp today, adding that it is working